Around the world, more than 795 million people are chronically hungry. But if women had equal access to resources, global hunger could be reduced by 100 to 150 million people. My name is Phil Karsing, and I'm the administrator of the Foreign Agricultural Service at the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Recently, I traveled with CARE on a learning tour to Djibouti and Mozambique to see how U.S. investments in food and nutrition security are providing short-term food assistance to those in need, while also building the capacity and resilience of smallholder farmers. I was joined by colleagues from the U.S. Senate Agriculture Committee and the Global Child Nutrition Foundation. Djibouti is a small country, but its location in East Africa makes it a strategic player for important food aid distribution. However, despite its important role in fighting global hunger, Djibouti is a resource-poor country that relies almost entirely on imported food. On the first 2 days of the trip, we spent our time visiting a warehouse supported by USAID's Office of Food for Peace at the Port of Djibouti and a food distribution center supported by the World Food Program. We also had the opportunity to meet with workers and recipients of emergency food aid, where we learned about the challenges many families face in assessing nutritious foods in the country. Next, we traveled over 2,000 miles to Mozambique. Given the country's geographic location and availability of highly fertile land, Mozambique has the potential to become a regional breadbasket. Despite this potential, however, poverty and food insecurity remain widespread due to low crop yields and inadequate access to markets. 1/3 of the population is chronically food insecure, and an alarming 43% of children are chronically malnourished or stunted. We started our trip to Mozambique with a visit to an agricultural research center to learn how the program is developing new seed varieties for smallholder farmers and communities, thus increasing the production and reducing food and nutrition insecurity in the country. After spending time in Nampula, we traveled to the coastal city of Angoche and linked up with American celebrity chefs Kat Cora, Carla Hall, Antonia Lafosa, and Spike Mendelsohn. Together, we visited a CARE World Wildlife Fund Alliance program, Primeras e Segundas, which is working to conserve and improve the fragile ecosystem in the area while also strengthening the livelihoods of the communities that depend on these important resources. We visited a farmer field school where CARE and WWF provide integrated agricultural training and education to vulnerable farmers to improve their crop varieties and promote conservation agricultural techniques. We talked with local women farmers to understand how these new techniques are improving food and nutrition security for their families and leaving a healthier footprint on the environment. The fourth day of the trip focused on the importance of linking Mozambican farmers to larger markets. I helped to facilitate a lunch meeting for the delegation with colleagues from USAID, the USDA, and TechnoServe to discuss the U.S. government's multi-sectoral approach to addressing malnutrition in Mozambique, as well as the involvement of the private sector in making progress on food and nutrition security in the country. To complement these discussions, later that afternoon, we visited a cashew processing factory in Nampula to learn about the importance of supporting small businesses and helping farmers access larger markets to sell their products. We also toured a poultry farm in Nampula that is providing training and capacity building to smallholder farmers to grow chickens and earn an income from this small business. Both of these programs are supported by USDA and TechnoServe. To conclude the trip, we participated in a roundtable briefing with donors and UN agencies to discuss the role they play in supporting the government of Mozambique to improve food and nutrition security policies in the country, and specifically, how the U.S. can and should play a more effective role in ending hunger. As we witnessed on this trip, the United States has long been a leader in fighting global hunger through emergency food assistance and long-term food security programs alike. 15 years into the 21st century, fewer people are hungry than ever before. This progress can be sustained and strengthened with a renewed U.S. commitment to global food and nutrition security.